What is going on? My name is Jake, also known as Middle Age Gamer 85. Welcome to my midlife crisis, and more importantly, welcome to Second Impressions. So in my last video, we played AEW Fight Forever. I pretty much was basically saying that if it's on sale, purchase it. Would never pay full price for it. The cheaper you can get it, the better it is. It's one of those games where you might buy it on the weekend, play it for a bit, put it down, never really go back to it. If you do find a physical copy really cheap, yeah, pick it up. And it's not a game I would recommend paying full price for. And with that being said, we're on to WWE 2K26, and guess what? This is also a game that I would really recommend not paying full price for. I did get it on sale, but I was a fool and I did purchase the Monday Night Wars edition. I got it for $100 cheaper, which was still $150. And I got to be honest with you, it is not worth it. But with that being said, I am going to try and make some content out of this, and I am looking at doing a Monday Night War video here on YouTube, where I'll be recording very similar to what I'm doing now, doing the universe mode, and basically reliving the Monday Night War with WCW versus WWE. I've selected my GMs, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Without further ado, though, we are going to do a match with the 6 characters that we had in the last game, in the AEW Fight Forever game, and I will make it for a championship, which I don't want it to be Aleister Black's. Where are we? We'll go for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I know that the entrances are going to be a lot longer on this, so we'll try and just get try and skip it up a bit. I don't want the video to be too long, but yeah, I have made the conscious decision that this is the last wrestling game that I am going to purchase. I know I said that, I had said that earlier to a few friends, saying that WWE 2K25 was going to be the last game I purchase, but coincidentally, you know, and as sad as it is, I saw it on sale and I did pick it up, but it has not been worth it. There is been quite a few crashes. I'll be lucky if this actually gets through and doesn't crash. The other thing too is the whole Battle Pass system is absolutely horrible. If I've paid for DLC, I should automatically have it, and it's good that they had changed that. You know, that was really good that they had done that, so that like the last 2 battle passes I got, I could unlock the DLC straight away. Yeah, you're still doing other things in the free tier and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's just one of those things that I do not recommend. They're really pushing a whole pay-to-play Fortnite style, you know, fork out money and you will upgrade. That's a big gripe I have. Let's say you didn't want to grind your way through the game, and it's not that difficult to do, but if you wanted to take a shortcut, you're looking at essentially each battle pass. I think it's like $150 to complete the battle pass. That's Australian dollars, so that's ridiculous. And yeah, with that being said, I can't. This will be the last WWE 2K game I ever purchase. You know, my Xbox isn't getting as much love as it used to, and yeah, this quite possibly could be the last Xbox game that I do buy. But I've still got a shitload. Doesn't mean it'll be the last Xbox game that I play. Now, graphically, this does look really good compared to the last one. I have also mixed it up too. I've changed the camera angle. Normally I have it a certain way, but I'm going to make the camera angle a lot more similar to how it was in AEW Fight Forever. We're nearly 5 minutes in, and you can see the intros are a lot longer, but I did want to show off what the intros are like. You can sort of do different things if you wanted to, you know, change things up and make things a little bit interesting. But yeah, we'll skip all this. I think I've got 2 more people that need to come out, 3 more people that need to come out. And then we'll get on to the match. It looks like we'll only have 1 match. But yeah, I'm used to playing these games. A lot of improvements, but they also take a lot out. You can actually do mixed gender matches now. Essentially, you can bust open a woman, like split her face open, which I'm not really a big fan of, but you know, some people out there might enjoy it. I don't. I don't like the whole mixed gender tag team matches and all that kind of stuff. Graphically, as I said, it's a lot different to what AEW Fight Forever was. It looks a lot better, I think, and that's where they really have their selling point. It's like, look at this. This looks amazing. This looks like the wrestlers that you see on TV. Some of them, granted, some of them don't, but it's just it is a really good looking game. Okay, 2 more people that we'll have coming out, and then we'll get into a match. But yeah, even when it was on sale, I did pay a little too much for it. $150, no. And that's with a $100 discount on sale. Honestly, if you see it at the end of the year, Christmas sale, and it's like $75 and you get everything, yeah, I'd recommend it. But no, it's 2K. They've got their money now, so they'll do things up till the next bit of DLC, and like they're probably already working on the next game now. So yeah, the career mode, the showcase mode was actually really interesting because you're doing a lot of CM Punk's, a few of CM Punk's matches, but then there's like a what if I didn't leave scenario where he sort of puts himself in the shoes of like Daniel Bryan in the S movement type thing, where he's the one that took on Triple H at WrestleMania, and he's the one that took on, you know, Batista and Randy Orton for the title. So yeah, he places himself in a lot of situations where they're matches against people where one person may be in this game but the other person isn't. Like for instance, Kurt Angle's last match against Baron Corbin, it's replaced with CM Punk. So yeah, I do like the fact that the crowd now sings along with everyone on the chants and all that kind of stuff. So they're singing Cody's entrance, which is pretty cool. And yeah, as I said, it looks like a real beautiful game. Cody Rhodes, no matter what, I've always thought he looks like the default creator wrestler. Yeah, I mean, a little bit different now with his, you know, the fact that he's had blonde hair for well over a decade. But yeah, even when he first started, he always looked like a creator wrestler. So, all right, we've gone through the intros. And I have changed the camera angle to match like Here Comes the Pain, and to match the AEW game that we're playing. You can already see the first glitch. See, everybody's all back to back and all that kind of shit. It looks a bit too crowded in that ring, so you don't know what everyone's going to be doing. I forgot who I was playing as. I was Cody, that's right. So yeah, a lot going on in the game. Switching up people is pretty difficult, pretty tough. But like you get into a bit of a groove with how you play the game, how you fight, all that kind of stuff. The yellow ring is my stamina ring. Once I use that up, I get a purple one. The purple one means I can't run and I can't reverse anything. So I have had a lot of purple rings. And then behind my head, on where I'm actually got the red count, is a star rating. So yeah. Do I enjoy this game? It has its moments. I don't like the fact that I did purchase it, and you might find this a bit silly that I am actually looking at doing a series on the Monday Night Wars by basically doing a new Monday Night Wars. But there's certain aspects I do like. So yeah, it plays a lot better than the last wrestling game, AEW Fight Forever. But then, as I said in that had a good premises, a good starting point for a game. I felt if they, every 3 years they'd released an AEW game, that would have been good. CM Punk's just busted open Cody Rhodes, so I think he's got a cut under his eye, and you sort of do notice that there ends up being blood on the ring. Blood on the ring might not show up, but yeah, cut under the eye, so pretty full on. This video will probably be a little bit longer than the last ones, only because of the entrances that sort of cut into a lot of time. Like, even if I skipped it, I lost about 8 minutes on entrances. So, but we'll see how I go, whether or not I've got the skills to end the match real quickly, or once I hit the 5-minute mark, I might just call it quits on that. There are a lot of cool features in the game too. The story mode is actually pretty enjoyable as well, where you're sort of playing as a returning superstar who comes in, and a male version fights Bron Breakker, managed by Paul Heyman, and the female version is, same thing, you're a returning superstar, but the female version, she is fighting Jordan Grace, also managed by Paul Heyman. So yeah, that's an interesting way, interesting story. I'm probably about halfway through, and you unlock certain things while playing the story mode. So once again, I do keep these videos, unfiltered, unedited, and raw. So yeah, it's just one of those things. If I stumble or pretty mush mouth for my words, I like to keep that in there. Keeps the videos pretty genuine to myself and that kind of stuff. Putting my heart into it, and yeah, I make mistakes. So yeah. Okay, so we'll see how we're going with this. I don't even know if I'm actually going to be able to win this match within the 15 minutes. Now see, I've got the purple thing on there. I can't reverse anything. He'll hit GTS. Bam. Okay, let's see if Punch will get the pin. 1, 2, no. So, yeah. I normally don't play it with the camera at this view. I'm not a fan of it at this view, but I did try to make it very similar to how AEW Fight Forever had their camera. So, yeah. Once again, this is a game that I do recommend that if it is on sale, give it a crack. Graphically, it looks alright. If you've never played a wrestling game before, I would recommend this being your first and last. But I say that with all of the 2K games. They are a yearly annual tradition where you sort of, wrestling fans will purchase them, every year, similar to like Call of Duties and all that kind of stuff. But for me, I've fallen out of love with the product. I won't ever purchase another wrestling game, not for a long time. So yeah, look, I'd recommend picking up any of the 2K games, except for 2K20. You can get them on the cheap, but like make it a one and done type thing. They're not epic masterpieces. They're not your Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. They're not your they're not great. It's just a simulating game. If you're a fan of the genre, you will enjoy it. If you're not a fan of the genre, then you're just going to be like, no, this is not for me. And with that being said, I am going to call it on this video. I have lost the championship to Penta. Like in my AEW video, I lost that the first time. So, But keep an eye on the YouTube channel in the future, because I will be uploading a Monday Night War video where I'm doing universe mode in this, where I've made Stone Cold Steve Austin the general manager of the WWE side, and Bill Goldberg is the general manager of the WCW side, and I'm basically just reliving the Monday Night War. Of course, I have NXT, I do have AAA, and I do have ECW sprinkled into it, but they're just extra shows, just to pad things out. But I'm sorry, just coming off a cold. I appreciate you swinging by, checking out the content, and yeah, if you you know, if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up and share. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitch channel. In about September, I am looking at getting back onto Twitch, where I'll be streaming brand new games and finishing off a few of the older games like my Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. You know, I want to be tackling Wolverine when that comes out. And yeah, I appreciate everybody swinging by and checking out. Have yourself a great day, and remember, a winner is you.